Chair Craven, we're ready to go. Good morning, Chair Craven, can you please unmute yourself?
Welcome to today's Public Facilities Commission meeting. 3 gavel bangs. My name is Catherine Craven. I'm the chair. I'd like the commissioners to introduce themselves. Thank you.
Larry Mamoli.
I'm sorry.
Morning, JC.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, James.
We couldn't hear
Morning,
you.
everyone. Thank you, commissioners. Just as a reminder, this meeting is being recorded and broadcast live. Before we get started, I've asked Colleen Daly, the Public Facilities Commission Secretary, to take a roll call of the meeting participants. Clerk Daly, if you would please conduct the roll call.
Thank you, Seamus. Please unmute your device and confirm your presence when I call your name. Beginning roll call with the commission. Catherine Craven, Chair.
Present.
Larry Mamoli, Commissioner.
Present.
J.C. Burton, Commissioner. Present. Seamus Highland, Assistant Corp Counsel.
Present.
Catherine Pendleton, Article Clerk.
Present.
And with PFD, Kerry Griffin, Director.
Present.
James McQueen, Senior Project Manager.
Present.
Thank you. James McGaffigan, Senior Project Manager.
Present.
And I'll read for the record the remainder of the individuals who are in attendance but will not be presenting in today's meeting. Attendees, you do not need to unmute your device. Dana DiMatteo, Assistant Director for Construction. Mary Silvera, Assistant Director for Construction. And I think that's it. Thank you, Seamus. This concludes roll call.
Thank you, Colleen. The first order of business before you this morning, Commissioners, concerns the draft meeting minutes for the Department of Neighborhood Development from the July 14th, 2021 meeting, as well as for the Boston Transportation Department from the prior meeting, from the other meeting that we had, which took place on August 4th, 2021. Is there a motion to approve the meeting minutes for these meetings?
Motion to approve?
Any seconds?
A second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you. The meeting minutes are hereby approved for the July 14th D&D meeting and the August 4th BTD meeting. This morning with the Public Facilities Department, we are pleased to have Kerry Griffin, who's the Director of PFD, and there are 3 vote requests on the agenda. Vote number 1 is being presented by James McQueen, Senior Project Manager with PFD. Vote number 1 concerns an amendment to the vote of December 13th, 2017, regarding a contract with PMA Consultants, LLC, to provide owner project manager or OPM services associated with the Boston Arts Academy project located at 174 Ipswich Street in Boston. This request is for an increase of $688,608 to the OPM services contract with a time extension to the contract's expiration date through December 31st, 2022. James, if you would please present your vote request.
Thank you. Good morning, Commissioners. The Boston Arts Academy is the city's only public high school for the visual and performing arts. They offer access to a college preparatory arts and academic education to a diverse student body of 460 students in grades 9 through 12. Operating with a faculty of 45 and a staff of 19, the BAA offers programs in dance, music, theater, design and visual communication, and fashion technology, supported by strong academic and STEAM programs. The project is now about 60% through construction with substantial completion scheduled for April 2022. This vote is to increase the funding to cover increased owner's PM services made necessary by delays in the project and bring the OPM scope into alignment with the contract for construction. During demolition and excavation phases, the project encountered soils contaminated by asbestos, lead, previously unidentified underground tanks and petroleum products. This first brought the project to a stop and then delayed it while containment and mitigation measures were employed. PMA continued to provide services during this period, and the funding requested will allow them to continue to provide professional services through the end of construction. Additionally, included in this request is additional funding for testing and inspection services beyond those originally anticipated, and the addition of services of a movement coordinator to assist the school in their move back to the new building. These services will all be performed through PMA. PMA is a certified MBE minority business enterprise, and I look forward to answering any questions you may have.
Thank you, Jim. Any questions from the commissioners?
Only one question. What was the extended amount of time?
It's a total of 388 days.
Thank you.
No questions.
Thank you. Do I hear a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
And a second, JC?
Okay, take a second.
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. The ayes have.
Thank you.
Thank you. Vote number 1 is hereby approved. Vote number 2 is being presented by James McGaffigan, Senior Project Manager with PFD. Vote number 2 concerns an amendment to the vote of February 12, 2020 regarding a contract with Hill International Incorporated to provide owner project manager, or OPM, services associated with the William E. Carter School project located at 396 Northampton Street in the South End. This request is for an increase of $2,180,267 to the OPM services contract, with a time extension of the contract's expiration date through December 19th, 2025. Mr. McGaffigan, if you would please present your vote request.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Again, I'm here to request the Public Facilities Commission approval to amend the owner's project management services contract to Hill International for the new William E. Carter School project. The project began in 2019 with the owner's project manager selection of Hill International to complete the feasibility study. The city has submitted the schematic design to the Massachusetts School Building Authority. We did that on July 1st, 2021, and we expect the MSBA Board of Directors to vote August 25th on the final budget and grant offer. Public Facilities has negotiated a fee of $2,180,267, and that includes $156,464 for additional services to bring the William E. Carter School project from the design development phase through construction documents and construction administration. The design schedule anticipates the design development submission in April of 2022, and then the construction documents phase December of 2022. The current construction schedule for the Carter calls for swing space construction to begin the summer of 2022 and end for the school year 2022. So that would mean that the new building opening would be open in operation for the beginning of the 24-25 school year. This amendment also includes an extension of the contract time for Hill International. Hill's current contract ran from October 8th, 2019 to October 30th, 2021. The extension of the contract time will extend Hill's contract now to December 19th, 2025. Contract extensions will allow for adequate time for Hill to prepare all the construction phase activities up to and including the closeout. And if I could direct your attention to the slideshow, I will. First slide. So this first slide just shows the project team. As you know, the bottom is Hill International's project management. The second slide rather. This is the schedule of where we're at in the project right now. So we're at the schematic design phase. The next step will be going for MSBA approval in August 21st, I think it was, 28th rather. And from there we move into the construction development, the documents, and into the bidding phase, September 22. Final completion, end of August, and opening the following school season. if you could go to the next slide. So this slide, this is showing you a plan with the MBA tracks directly behind the building. And on slide 4 is actually a better show of the sphere of influence with the MBA tracks. If you could go to the next slide, please. So this show in particular, this shows the MBTA right-of-way, and this is where Hill International will be most helpful. We're going to be required to have licensing agreements with construction so close to the tracks. And Hill is well-versed in the right-of-way with the MBTA and the schedules required and documents. So with that, I'd like to request the Public Facilities Department respectfully request the Commissioner's approval for this amendment vote. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to try to address them.
Thank you. Any questions, Commissioner?
Just one more of curiosity. On your plan, you show a zone of influence of 30 feet, though the easement area is like 10 feet. What does that zone of influence mean that the T have?
So that would be like, for instance, if we had a crane over the site,
Right.
we'd have to get permission from the MBTA to schedule any kind of work activities, let them know what's going on. They
Even though
might
it's
require, they could
Okay.
require like a flag man directing the trains at certain periods.
Oh, okay, so, yeah, I was just trying to understand why the zone of influence is wider than the actual easement area that the T has. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense. I have no other questions.
Any other comments? This is a long time coming, this project, so it'll be good to see the school go into a good home. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you.
Vote number 2 is hereby approved. Vote number 3 is also being presented by Mr. McGaffigan. Vote number 3 concerns an amendment to the vote of February 12, 2020 regarding a contract with Perkins and Will Architects Incorporated to provide design services associated with the William E. Carter School project located at 396 Northampton Street, South End. This request is for an increase of $6,857,068 to the design services contract with a time extension to the contract's expiration date through December 19, 2025. Jim, if you would please present your vote request.
Okay, so again, Commissioners, this is a request for approval to amend the Design and Construction Administration Services for Perkins and Will Architects, the William E. Carter School project. The project background for Perkins and Will, the AVR is the same as the previously mentioned during the Hill introduction for the feasibility study and the schematic design that was completed. The Public Facilities has negotiated a fee of $5,923,838 plus $933,230 for additional services for Perkins and Wills to bring the Carter School from design development through the construction documents and construction administration phase. The design schedule anticipates the design development submission in April of 22 and construction documents and bidding in December of 22. The current construction schedule for the Carter School also calls for swing space to begin in summer of 22, and you'll be ready for the 21-22 school year with the new building open for, the new building would be open for operations for that 24-25 school year. The AVR also includes an extension of contract time for Perkins and Will. The current contract ran from February 12, 2020 to October 30th, 21. This extension of contract time will extend Perkins and Will contract to December 19th, 2025. Contract extension will allow adequate time for Perkins and Will to participate in all construction phase activities up to including the closeout. And if I could show you the slides, the first slide shows the existing building at the Carter School, which was built in 1971. As you can see, it's in dire need of some repairs. The second slide is a conceptual plan. And this is the exciting new building with a view from the entrance. This is an 86,130 gross square foot building. As you can see, the rooftop, it has a rooftop area for program space, some green space to the side. And I'm getting a little away with myself here because that really is better shown on the third slide. So this is an aerial view, and you can see this is a 3-story building. We've got, again, the rooftop is an exciting space for these kids. It will allow for programming, a play area. You have the fins there, that actually is for shaded space. And as you can see down on the ground level, that is open green space that's where the cafeteria will be. And they'll have doors that can open to the green space for additional playtime and programming activities. So with that, in conclusion, if approved, it will allow the design team to move forward and give these teachers the tools they need to help these students meet their everyday challenges. So with that, I respectfully request the Public Facilities Commission approval on this amendment vote request.
Just one quick question before we go for the vote. And just had a question, what's the total construction cost for that project?
The total construction is estimated at $68 million, and let me see, sorry. So the estimate right now is, I'm sorry, I'm doing this off the top of my, it's
You're right, 68.4 million.
0.4, thank you, Gary.
Thank you. Any questions from the commissioners?
No questions. Great project.
Great. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
A second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Vote number 3 is hereby approved. This concludes the agenda of the Public Facilities Department before the Commission this morning. Is there a motion to adjourn this portion of the meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
A second motion to adjourn.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. 3 bangs on the gavel. Motion to adjourn that portion of the meeting.
Thank you, commissioners.
Everyone,
Thank
we'll
you.
have roughly a 5-minute.
JC, want to just welcome you to your first public